world champion in the modern era. And actually, what a championship we've had here. It's been one of the best in quite a few years, actually. It started with Mr. Maximum there, Mr. Hendry, with his maximum break on day one. And then one of many shocks, he announced his retirement. And we've had controversy, we've had fantastic comebacks, we've had the return to form of Ali Carter, a new star in Jamie Jones, and so many other things to talk about. Rob Walker has taken the time to reflect in rhyme.
They've travelled the world for almost a year, thousands of miles just to be here. Brazil, Australia, across the Far East, but it's all just a warm-up for the Sheffield showpiece. When the crucible calls, she's a real test of nerve. To win this takes more than big breaks and a swerve. For 17 days they have to stay sane. It's said mental strength holds the key to this game. And so once again she welcomes us in. Snooker's ultimate test can't wait to begin. The first afternoon, and guess who was back? Against Stuart Bingham he was straight on attack. He played with a swagger, it was as if he knew. One last hurrah and then he was through.
Absolutely fantastic!
The seeds arrived, all reputation and glory, but this year others decided their story. One by one the big names fell away, and this year the qualifiers would have their say.
Victory for Jamie Jones. He goes through into the last 16.
Mark Allen, what a season, never short of a line. The World Open in China, a win to define. His comments abroad caused quite a stir, and when Cao Yupeng won, it prompted a slur.
Seems to be a bit of a trait for the Chinese players. There's been a few instances in the past that no fouls and blatant cheating really going on.
And then the unlikeliest upset of all, Ryan Day 9-6 down, facing a fall. In his adopted city, Ding couldn't get home. At 9-all, Ryan showed confidence grown.
A famous victory for the Welshman.
At the end of the first round, 8 qualifiers through, along with the familiar established crew. But this is the crucible where dreams are made, and it wouldn't be long before others would fade. The talent from Tamworth had the smile in the suit, but he found an Australian blocking his route. Stevens and Hawkins was ever so tight, but once again, it was a Welshman's delight. After Ebden came Williams, but Ronnie was cruising. 6 in a row gave Mark quite a bruising. 11 titles between them, the stage was set. In the great arena, never once had they met. Under the spotlights, Higgins couldn't find much. Hendry was delighted with his winning touch. And so to the biggest drama on cue. It would take every frame to see this one through. Judd was in, he was on, he was almost there. Carter's persistence was Judd's despair. The last 16, another 8 players gone. For the chosen few, the dream living on. And so to the king and the prince he inspired. Against boyhood heroes, strong focus required. Maguire was brilliant, he did all that he should. And Hendry bowed out as only a champion could. After illness this year, Ali had to show passion. You could see what it meant to win in such fashion. Ryan was up, but Matthew found form. 11 in a row, his finishing storm. Six of the best, rocket deja vu. Snooker's Ashes was over, and Ronnie was through. And then there were 4, this year's cream of the crop, but still 2 more matches to get to the top. The Welshman dug deep, but the rocket drew clear. A 4th world title in his mind draws near. Carter's rise from his problems would be a great story. A 2nd world final, perfect headline glory. Maguire had the fire, he's made of stern stuff, but he couldn't get Carter, who just did enough. So the hours tick down as we prepare to applaud the new Crucible King, the sport's biggest reward. After 17 days, we'll know who's the best. It's the one who survives snooker's ultimate test.
And of course, there's one big